crispy.
Alrighty then, we got the last Walgreens 2-pack from Wave 10. This is Dracula and Crimson Widow. Um, yeah, Dracula, this is what Dracula kind of looks like right now, or at least it did a few years ago in the Marvel Comics. But this is how he is in the cartoon. Um, and I actually really like. It's kind of a '90s. It's a very much a '90s design with the ponytail and stuff. But I do like his torso. I kind of whatever like it for not even looking anything like Dracula ever. Like this doesn't look like Dracula. If you ever made me draw like 10 different kinds of how I could draw Dracula, this is not how I would have made him look. For whatever reason, maybe it's because I'm a '90s baby, and I grew up on those comics. It's ridiculous, and I for whatever reason like it. I don't like the ponytail so much, but the rest of him looks good. And then he comes with Crimson Widow, which I'm guessing is basically the second Black Widow from the comics. I forget what her Yelena something or other. She was kind of the bad. She was like basically a replacement for Widow, and then I think she was a bad guy eventually. Kind of turned. She wasn't as good as our Black Widow that we all know. So I think that's what it is. Actually, let's see. Oh, yeah, I do have a little bio on the back. Yelena Bolova is Hydra's answer to Black Widow. Trained in their Red Room program, she's a deadly agent with formidable martial arts and weapon skills. Dracula is the father of all vampires on Earth and commands their legions. He seeks to possess the artifact that will make it possible to walk in daylight again. Yeah, okay, that's who they are. We obviously know who Dracula is, but yeah, Yelena. I have a feeling. I think I haven't really paid too much attention to Black Widow. I don't pay attention to that stuff like I used to. But I think she's going to be the one of the bad guys in that movie. Yelena is. But yeah, let's take a tray. Take a look at the tray shot of these two. Yeah, so they don't really come with much. I think we got a staff for Yelena, and then we have a sword for Dracula. I kind of wonder if that sword is an artifact that they mentioned on the back. It'd be kind of interesting if it was. Don't care, whatever. I don't watch cartoons. I doubt I'll ever get around to watching that cartoon series. Anyways, not that I don't want to. It's just that there's literally so much content. It's impossible unless I quit my job and watch TV full time. I'll never catch everything that I want to catch. So it's definitely not Earth's Mightiest Heroes, that cartoon series. That is the Avengers cartoon series. It's as good as Justice League was for DC. In this Marvel animated just doesn't do much for me. I've watched a few episodes, but yeah, doesn't do much for me. But anyways, let's take them out of the tray. Yeah, so here they are. Yeah, for two characters I don't really know much about, they sure are cool looking. I really like the Crimson Widow's look. She does look like kind of like a bad guy, Black Widow, just as you would expect. But I just like that costume design she has. She actually has the Widow belt, like Black Widow has. And she even has the wrist stingers and stuff. Yeah, I really like that accessory. It's one of those things, like in the MCU, they just never really focused on those wrist stingers. They used them here and there, I think, in Age of Ultron and maybe once in like Iron Man 2. But I remember getting an argument with somebody on Facebook. Believe it or not, got an argument with somebody on Facebook, and I said that they barely used them, and that the person flew off the handles like, oh, they do use them, and it's like, yeah, like twice. Like there's like 22 movies. I think if I am thinking right, she might be in more Marvel movies than any other Marvel character. Now she's in a Captain America movie, both Captain America movies. She's in Iron Man 2. She's in all the Avengers movies. But if you think about how many times she used those wrist, stingers, just like Age of Ultron and like Iron Man 2, they probably slipped them in maybe at the beginning of Age of Ultron when they raid the Hydra Fortress. I don't know, but not nearly as much as they should have. And again, not like I said, I'm not really the big on the ponytail look of Dracula, but I really do like his cape looks great. And his torso looks great too. And I like his face. I mean, it's just such a weird design. It's such a '90s design. Like, I'm 40 years old. I grew up on '90s comics, mostly X-Men, but a little bit of everything. And none of their costumes really made sense. And I know a lot of people crap on pouches, but that was the only thing that ever did make sense was the pouches on the costumes. Like, you know, superheroes got to store their stuff somewhere, but you know, you look at him, it's like, who'd wear gloves like that and a torso piece like that, and what's the deal with a cape and whatever. But I kind of like it. It looks neat. Whatever. I think I've rambled on about these guys enough. Let's go to a couple shots. All right, so our first shot is Black Widow standing there, and you know, Crimson Widow's approaching her. Baron Zemo is leaving the premises, whatever. He's leaving Yelena up to hold off Black Widow while he escapes. And yeah, pretty simple setup here. I got that catwalk from Black Site Terrain, and then I got these brick walls I made myself. And then the floor is just some foam board that's kind of beat up and dented, so it gives a little bit more character. Threw a couple crates in there just for some, you know, something different. And yeah, I have her walk, and I'm going to have her centered perfectly in the doorway. And then I'll have, yeah, I'll have the focus on Yelena and Zemo. So anyways, I think I'm going to do a couple shots with these two. Fighting is where I'm going to go next. Let's go to, yeah, that. Yeah, so I think I did like 2 action shots and forgot I wasn't taking videos again. So back to, yeah, we're basically got a bunch of action shots. I didn't get into the lab as much as I wanted to this past weekend. So unfortunately, usually I like to stockpile a bunch of photos, so I always have some to post. And unfortunately, that's not the case. So I'm going to try busting some out, so I got at least one a day for the next week. And yeah, I've already got several in. But yeah, just some good old-fashioned action shots. So yeah, let's go to one more with these two. It'd be awfully hypocritical of me to point out how they didn't use the Widow's Sting in the MCU and then not do it myself. So I figured this would be a good time to slip in one, you know, shot using Black Widow using her Widow's Sting. So I got this head from Walking Dead, Andrea's sister. I forgot what her name is. That's where that face comes from. It's actually... she's dead. I think the character's actually dead with that head, but it's come in quite in handy since I bought it for, you know, females, you know, dying or being dead or whatever, being attacked, like in this case, works very well. And then I just used an electric attachment to her wrist, and then there's, let's see if I can get a good view of it. There you go. And that thing is from, I'm not even going to say it was from like Devil, I don't remember. They did really bad business, so I try not to tell people where that came from because I don't want to see anybody else go spend their money at somebody that, you know, somebody who doesn't really, not really business minded, I guess would be the nice way of saying it. So, but it's a blast effect. But anyways, yeah, that's it for these two. I think we're going to do one more quick Dracula shot. So let's go to that. So our final shot is going to be Blade with Dracula. Dracula has a damsel in distress. He's just got some female captive. And Blade is walking up with sword in hand, ready to rescue her or whatever. Yeah, the styrofoam staircase, whatever you want to call this, that's kind of a throne room I made for Thanos. Works well for him. You put these pillars up here. They're cake pillars I painted myself, and they look really well. It really works well for this shot. Just kind of like a lair that you'd see Dracula in. So, yeah. Fun little shot. Yeah, fun little set, actually, between Crimson Widow and Dracula. I like it a little bit better than I thought I would. So, anyways, that'll do it for this video. Make sure you check out the description of this video for my Facebook and Instagram links for all my Minimate pictures. Hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys at the next video. Bye now.